The wait is finally over. The 1923 Season 2 Episode 1 trailer just dropped, and it's packed with drama, revenge, and one major homecoming. Spencer Dutton is back. But will his return save the ranch or bring even more chaos? You won't believe what's coming next. Stay tuned as we break down every hidden detail, shocking twist, and what this means for the Dutton legacy. Spencer Dutton is finally back, but what does his return mean for the future of the Duttons? The official trailer for 1923 Season 2 Episode 1 has just dropped, and fans are already buzzing with excitement. One of the biggest moments in the trailer is Spencer Dutton's long-awaited return home. After everything he has endured, from fighting for survival in Africa to navigating his dangerous love story with Alexandra, Spencer is finally making his way back to Montana. But is his arrival the key to saving the Dutton legacy, or will it bring even more chaos to an already fragile situation? His return raises more questions than answers. What kind of home will he be coming back to? Will his family welcome him, or will tensions be higher than ever? The trailer hints at an emotional homecoming, but something about it feels off. Could he arrive just in time to save the ranch, or will he find himself caught in a war that even he cannot win? The Yellowstone Ranch is in more trouble than ever. Jacob Dutton, played by Harrison Ford, has been fighting to keep the family legacy alive, but after the brutal attacks and losses from Season 1, the ranch is hanging by a thread. Jacob is older, wounded, and struggling to hold on, while Cara Dutton, played by Helen Mirren, is doing everything in her power to keep the family together. Meanwhile, enemies are closing in from all sides. The battle over land, power, and survival is fiercer than ever, and the Duttons need every ounce of strength to stand against it. But is Spencer truly the savior they need, or will his return complicate things even more? The biggest question looming over Season 2 is whether Spencer's return is too little, too late. He has been away for so long, and while he has been fighting his own battles, the ranch has faced its own brutal war. The power struggles within the family are already intense, and throwing Spencer into the mix could lead to even more division. Jacob has been leading the fight. Will he trust Spencer to take charge, or will there be a struggle for control? Beyond the power struggles, there is also the personal element. Spencer left home years ago, and his return is bound to stir up emotions within the family. Will his siblings and other relatives embrace him, or will they see him as an outsider? The ranch hands and loyal workers may have mixed feelings about his sudden return, especially if he tries to step into a leadership role. The biggest challenge Spencer may face is not just the external threats to the Duttons but also the internal conflicts that could tear them apart from within. Alexandra's presence could also add another layer of tension. She has been Spencer's partner through thick and thin, but stepping into the Yellowstone world is no small feat. Will the Dutton family accept her, or will she find herself at odds with Spencer's relatives? The trailer shows glimpses of her alongside him, but whether she will thrive or struggle in this new environment remains to be seen. The trailer is packed with fast-paced, intense moments, and within those flashes, there are plenty of hidden clues that could reveal what's coming next. One of the biggest questions is whether there are new threats lurking in the shadows, waiting for Spencer's return. Enemies of the Duttons don't just disappear, and with Spencer coming back into the fold, he could find himself targeted in ways he never expected. There could also be betrayals within the family itself. In 1923, we have already seen that not everyone in the Dutton circle can be trusted. Could someone be working against the family from the inside? These kinds of betrayals could be just as dangerous as the external threats they face. The trailer also raises questions about Jacob and Cara's fate. Will they be able to hold on long enough for Spencer to take over, or are we about to witness a devastating shift in power? Spencer's return is going to shake things up in a big way, but whether it will be for better or worse remains to be seen. The future of the Yellowstone Ranch is uncertain, and Spencer's presence could determine whether it survives or falls. There are still so many unanswered questions as we head into Season 2. Will Spencer be the one to finally secure the Dutton legacy, or is the family destined for tragedy? How will he adjust to life back in Montana after being away for so long? And will he be able to protect those he loves, or will his return bring even more danger? The stakes have never been higher, and 1923 Season 2 is shaping up to be one of the most intense, action-packed seasons yet. This season is bound to be filled with shocking twists, emotional confrontations, and possibly heartbreaking losses. The battle for the Yellowstone Ranch is far from over, and Spencer's role in this fight will be one of the most compelling aspects of the show. Fans can expect plenty of dramatic moments, unexpected betrayals, and high-stakes conflicts that will test the Duttons like never before. The trailer has only given us a small glimpse of what's to come, and there are sure to be even more surprises waiting when the season premieres. Spencer Dutton's return is the moment fans have been waiting for, but whether he is the hero the Duttons need or just another casualty in the war for the ranch remains to be seen. As we prepare for the new season, one thing is certain: 1923 is not holding back. The drama, the tension, and the high-stakes storytelling that fans love will all be present, making this season a must-watch. With Spencer's return, the fight for the Dutton legacy is about to reach a whole new level. What do you think? Will Spencer be able to save the Duttons, or is he walking into a fight he cannot win? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more 1923 updates. The Duttons are at war, and Spencer's return might not be enough to save them. The 1923 Season 2 trailer has finally arrived, and it's packed with intense moments, emotional confrontations, and the promise of an even deadlier battle ahead. One of the biggest takeaways from the trailer is the return of Spencer Dutton. Fans have been waiting for this moment ever since his heartbreaking departure in Season 1, when the delayed letter from Kara kept him from coming home in time. Now, after surviving his own trials in Africa and making his way back to Montana, Spencer is finally ready to take his place in the family. But will his return be enough to turn the tide in the war for the Yellowstone Ranch, or has too much already been lost? The trailer makes it clear that the ranch is in worse shape than ever. Jacob Dutton is still alive, but he is no longer the same powerful leader he once was. After the brutal ambush in Season 1, he has been weakened, both physically and mentally. Kara Dutton is doing everything she can to keep the family together, but with tensions rising and enemies growing stronger, the Yellowstone Empire is hanging by a thread. The Duttons are not just fighting for land, they are fighting for survival. Every decision they make could mean the difference between keeping their legacy alive or losing everything. The question now is whether Spencer can truly change their fate, or if he will find himself trapped in a war that even he cannot win. Spencer is a fighter. He has proven himself time and time again, from his experiences as a soldier to his survival against dangerous predators in Africa. But Montana is a different kind of battlefield. The enemies here are not wild animals or hostile forces, these are men with money, power, and a deep hatred for the Duttons. They will stop at nothing to take what they believe is theirs. Spencer may be strong, but is he prepared for the kind of war that has already begun? The trailer gives us glimpses of the threats still looming over the Duttons. Donald Whitfield, the ruthless businessman who made his presence known in Season 1, is still very much a danger to the family. With his resources and influence, he has the power to crush the Yellowstone Ranch under his control. If Jacob and Kara couldn't stop him before, what makes anyone think Spencer can? But the threats don't just come from outside forces. The Duttons have always been a complicated family, and Spencer's return could cause even more conflict. He has been gone for a long time. While he has been fighting his own battles, the people back home have been struggling to hold everything together. Will they accept him as their new leader, or will there be resistance? Jacob, despite his weakened state, may not be ready to hand over control. Other family members might have their own ideas about what needs to be done. Spencer's biggest challenge might not be the enemies outside the ranch, it could be his own relatives. Alexandra's presence adds another layer of tension. She has stood by Spencer through everything, but the Dutton family may not be so quick to welcome her. The Yellowstone world is harsh, and outsiders are not easily accepted. Will Alexandra prove herself, or will she find herself caught in the middle of a family that sees her as a distraction rather than an ally? The trailer teases brief glimpses of her alongside Spencer, but her role in this season remains uncertain. If the Duttons reject her, will Spencer be forced to choose between his love and his family? One of the most interesting aspects of the trailer is how it teases new alliances and betrayals. In a war like this, trust is fragile, and the Duttons have plenty of enemies who are willing to strike when they are at their weakest. Could someone within the family or the ranch be working against them? The trailer gives us quick flashes of intense confrontations, secret meetings, and power struggles, suggesting that not everyone is on the same side. If there is a traitor among them, the Duttons could be in more danger than they realize. Spencer's return is meant to be a turning point, but is it already too late? The Yellowstone Ranch is under siege from all sides. The legal battles, the physical attacks, and the betrayals are piling up, and the Duttons are running out of time. Spencer is strong, but even he might not be able to fight off an enemy that is playing a game of power and strategy. He is stepping into a war that has already begun, and the question remains whether he is the hero the Duttons need or if he is walking into a situation that he cannot control. This season is shaping up to be the most intense one yet. Every decision will have consequences. Every moment could change the fate of the Dutton legacy. Spencer's return is the biggest wild card in this story. He could be the one to turn things around, or he could be another casualty in the fight for the Yellowstone Ranch. Fans are left wondering, will Spencer's return bring hope, or will it bring more destruction? Can the Duttons survive the forces working against them, or is this the beginning of the end for their empire? One thing is certain: 1923 Season 2 is not holding back. The drama, the action, and the emotional weight of this story will be stronger than ever. The trailer has only given us a small taste of what's to come, but it's enough to know that this season will be a game changer. The Duttons are at war, and every moment will count. Spencer's return is the event fans have been waiting for, but it might not be enough to save the family. The battle for the Yellowstone Ranch is far from over, and the consequences of every action will be felt. What do you think? Will Spencer be able to save the Duttons, or is he stepping into a fight he cannot win? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more 1923 updates. One of the most intriguing parts of Spencer Dutton's return in 1923 Season 2 is how he will fit into the already complex family dynamic of the Duttons. Spencer has been away for a long time, and much has changed in his absence. He is no longer the same young man who left Montana to seek adventure and purpose. Now, after surviving the horrors of Africa and experiencing the traumatic events with Alexandra, he is returning to a ranch that has been on the brink of collapse. The Duttons themselves are fractured, emotionally and physically drained from years of fighting and loss. Jacob Dutton, the patriarch, is weakened after his near-death experience in Season 1. While his strength and leadership were once unquestionable, he is no longer the towering figure he once was. His physical injuries and emotional scars from the brutal ambush have made it difficult for him to keep control of the ranch. He is also growing older, and his age will play a significant role in how the family's future unfolds. Spencer's return may signal a new hope for the Duttons, but it could also uncover deeper fractures in the family's foundation. One of the biggest challenges Spencer will face is how to integrate into a family that is not only dealing with external threats but also suffering from internal strife. The Dutton family is never an easy group to please, and Spencer's long absence has likely created tensions within the family. Jacob and Cara Dutton, while fiercely protective of their legacy, may struggle to accept Spencer's role in the family's future. Jacob, in particular, has spent years managing the ranch's survival without his younger brother. Will he see Spencer's return as a sign that the Dutton legacy can be saved, or will he resent the fact that Spencer was not there when the ranch needed him most? Cara has always been the glue that holds the family together, but with the weight of the ranch's survival pressing on her, she may find herself caught between Spencer and Jacob's competing visions for the future. There could be a power struggle between the two brothers as they fight for control over the direction of the ranch. Spencer has always been a free spirit, driven by a sense of personal freedom and adventure. But back on the ranch, he will need to decide whether he wants to take up the mantle of leadership or whether he'll continue to follow his own path. Moreover, Spencer's relationship with Alexandra adds another layer of complexity to the situation. She has been a steadfast partner to Spencer, but their relationship could face significant challenges now that they are returning to the world of the Duttons. Alexandra is not a typical Dutton, she is an outsider, and that could make her an easy target for criticism from the rest of the family. The Duttons have always had an insular world, where loyalty to family and the ranch comes above everything else. Alexandra is a symbol of Spencer's past and his desire to build a future away from the violence and bloodshed that has always defined the Dutton family. While she has proven her strength by standing by Spencer's side through thick and thin, her relationship with the Duttons may be tested in ways she never anticipated. Will Jacob and Kara accept her into their world, or will they see her as a threat to the Dutton legacy? If Alexandra faces resistance from the family, Spencer will be forced to choose between his loyalty to the Duttons and his love for her. That is not a decision Spencer will take lightly. Another important aspect of Spencer's return is the potential rift that could form between him and the other Duttons, particularly his siblings. While Spencer and Jacob share a deep bond, the years of separation may have created a distance that is difficult to bridge. Spencer's decision to leave Montana may have left a wound that has not fully healed, and his return could stir up old feelings of resentment or guilt. Spencer might feel guilty for not being there when the family needed him most, and Jacob may feel that Spencer abandoned the ranch and the family at a time when they could not afford to lose anyone. The trailer hints at some unresolved tension between Spencer and other Dutton family members. As Spencer steps back into the world of the Duttons, he will have to reckon with the emotional cost of his absence. The Duttons are a family bound by loyalty, but that loyalty is often tested in ways that are difficult to navigate. Spencer might find himself caught in the middle of a family that is struggling to hold together and a world that demands more from him than ever before.